Hey, what's up, guys? Joanie and I just received $600 worth the patio chairs for our winter site down here in RGV. You're not going to believe how this story unfolded. Details coming up on RVstreet. Okay, let's get right to it. Some of you probably are new coming here, so I want to give a little bit of background information so you kind of understand where we are. So just give me a minute to set the table. 3 years ago, we bought this RV site down here in RGV, down at the very tip of Texas. It's our plan to come down here every winter, and this is where we do our maintenance and, have a nice place to live and a comfortable place to spend the winter. When we found this site, it had been vacant for 10 years. I wanted to make a lot of improvements to make this a nice place to stay. So one of the first things I did is I had a metal awning put up. We wanted to have the whole site completely covered for the winter. And I did some landscaping and did a bunch of other little things too that needed to be done. Well, this winter, my plan was to put the final touches on this site. And what that included was to put up a privacy screen on the west side of the site. Now down here in RGV, there's a little town called Donna, Texas. And in Donna, they have a flea market called Don West. And in Don West Flea Market, there's a lady there. She owns a company called Top Hat. Her name is Maria, and she has a whole crew that can make any kind of cloth awning, RV awnings, window awnings, fence awnings, shades, you name it. Really nice lady. If you're interested, I'll put all of her information
down there
in the description text. We're not affiliated with her, but she's a really nice lady and she does fantastic work. So a couple of weeks ago, I got a hold of some welders and I had them come out and I had them install two 2x2 1/8 steel lengths of iron across the bottom of our awning, and that was going to be the support to hang our privacy shade. So you can see the finished product right here. Man, it really came out nice, didn't it? When we leave in the spring, I'll just roll it up and store it in a piece of 4-inch PVC tube and put it in the shed until next winter. Okay, now let's get on to the free chairs story. So once we had the shade put up and everything, Joanie went online and she ordered 2 of these foldable rockers. You guys have seen stuff like this before. This is really good to use either in the patio or we throw them in the back of the car when we're going to go visit somebody. Well, our other ones got trashed out and she ordered 2 more. Well, after she ordered them, about a week passed and she came up and said, "Martin, the chairs are supposed to be delivered today." She saw the tracking stuff on her tablet. Now, we haven't been feeling too good lately, so we've just been kind of sitting in the coach, staying away from people. We really don't know what the heck happened. This is a bad cough and cold, and who knows all what that was. But we were staying isolated from people just in case, right? Well, we get a knock on the door, and it's FedEx. And FedEx says, "Hey, ma'am, I got 2 boxes out here." And Joanie opens up the window and says, "Just set them right outside." Now, we're thinking, it's these chairs, right? So the FedEx guy leaves, and Joanie comes outside about an hour later, and she sees these 2 big boxes. And she's like, "Wow, those sure are big boxes for those little tiny chairs." Now, you know how it is sometimes when you get stuff shipped online, right? You ordered something this big, and it comes in a box like this. And so she didn't think much about it. She thought, okay, well, I guess, they just put these little chairs in these big boxes. I came out about an hour later, and I looked at those boxes and I said, "Joanie, these are not our chairs. These are somebody else's chairs. These are totally different kind of chairs." You could clearly see the picture on the side of the box. I looked at the address on the top of the box, and it's a fellow that lives about a half a mile from here. He's in another RV park. His address was almost the same as ours, with just a little difference. And that's how they got delivered to us by mistake. So I called FedEx and I explained the problem. You just dropped off, and these are big boxes. They're 48 pounds a piece. And I said, "You just dropped off these boxes These are not ours. They're outside in my driveway. So if they get stolen or it rains on them or whatever, I'm not responsible. You need to swing a truck by here, pick them up and take them down the street to the right address. Oh, okay. Well, let me take care of that right now. So he gets in there and he says, okay, I'm going to schedule a truck to come by here tonight. I got your phone number right here. He may call you right before he shows up. And that's that. I said, fine. Well, that whole night went by. Nobody came. And then the next day comes. Boxes are still sitting there. I waited till about 3 o'clock. And I said, you know what? I don't know what's going on with these boxes, but I don't want these things sitting here for days and days. So I called FedEx again. Told them, I gave them the tracking number, which is right there on the label. They said, well, we've already settled the problem. And I said, well, what do you mean you've settled the problem? They're still sitting here. He says, no, we've already contacted the fellow that was supposed to receive the chairs. We've come up with another solution. And I said, well, do you mind if I ask what's the solution? He says, yeah, we're just going to send him 2 new boxes of chairs. And I said, well, these boxes are sitting right here. It's a half a mile away. Why don't you just pick? I said, who's paying for this? He says, it's not to worry. We've got it all taken care of. He's going to get 2 new boxes of chairs. And he's already agreed to the solution. And I said, so what you're telling me is then I've got 2 boxes of chairs sitting here that are now mine for free. And the guy said, pretty much. Now, Joanie got online and looked up the manufacturer of the chairs, right? I mean, it's very easy to find. Color, size, model number, all that. These chairs are these are on sale. He bought them on sale. $560 on sale plus tax, which brings them right around $600. It was free shipping. So here we are sitting here with $600 worth of chairs just because they delivered it about 8 blocks to a different address. So we just wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to be some kind of a mix-up. The left hand don't know what the right hand's doing and all that. So we let those boxes sit out there in the driveway one more day. We had them under the awning. By the 3rd day, we're like, you know what? They aren't coming and getting these. These are, in fact, ours. So we went ahead and took them out of the boxes and we started putting them together. And look at these chairs. Here's all 4 of them all lined up. I mean, the fabric that came on these chairs is almost a perfect fit with the shade that we just put up. Isn't that amazing? I think this was fate. Merry Christmas to us, right? As I was thinking about why FedEx chose this method to solve this problem, I got to thinking, you know, I understand that companies already factor in loss of goods and returns and theft, warranty work and blah, blah, blah. And they factor in a lot of these losses into their bottom line price when they price it for the market. I mean, I get that. And also, let's not forget it was Christmas time. I mean, these delivery companies, FedEx and UPS and the United States Post, I mean, they're just inundated. Millions, hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of packages. And so they're probably just figured, you know what? It's just better, faster, easier, just to ship them some new boxes and just absorb the cost. It's just part of doing business. Now, for us, that's a pretty good deal, right? We just got $600 worth of chairs because they didn't want to come and pick them up and deliver them a half a mile down the road. I think it's kind of crazy. I'd like you to give me some comments down below on why you think they chose that. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are in this supply chain business. You have a much better insight on why they would choose to do that. So, you know, if you want, I'd really like to get your insight, and so we can all learn kind of like why would they choose to do that. But in my world, it's just crazy. It was just crazy. Now, in all fairness, you know, I told you that I wasn't feeling too good, Joanie and I, and personally, I would have, I mean, I had the guy's address right there on the box. I could have just put him in the back of the truck. I could have drove him down there and took it to him and said, hey, these were delivered to the wrong place. But because we weren't feeling good, I didn't feel like that was this wasn't a good idea. We just needed to stay away from people, and, you know, we feel great now. But back then, it wasn't that way. I just want to thank you all again for using our Amazon store for everything that you guys need, whether it's RV related or not. I can't tell you how many people, whenever you need anything online in Amazon, you go to our store and then you shop and you put it in the cart and check out. Joanie and I are going to continue to tell you how thankful we are that you do that. And it just really supports us, and we're so appreciative. For those of you who don't know, the link to my Amazon store is
down there
in the description text. And also, don't forget my playlist page. You can find that on my home page. Click the playlist page and look at all these videos to get your RV ready for this next season. It's wintertime, right? This is winter. And this is when we get our RVs all ready for the next season coming up. We want to be able to go out next season and not have a bunch of problems and catastrophes and all kinds of struggles. It's time to get it done now. So until next time, guys, this is RV Street. Stick around.